Welcome to the 90-Minute AI Website Challenge. And whether you're a designer, a business, or an agency, you're likely to be here for one of three reasons. Now, number one is to design and build a 5 to 50K AI website with no code and no design skills. It's true, and it is possible thanks to AI. Now, the mobile platform has 70 award-winning themes and 5,000 drag-and-drop AI layouts. And most people will know that Canva is our neighbor here in Sydney, and many people say that mobile is the Canva for websites. Now, number two is to add AI chatbots and AI voicebots to your website to handle inbound and outbound sales and customer service. And yes, AIs do make phone calls, though equally impressive is with a mobile AI chatbot, you don't need to waste time building traditional AI chatbot flows anymore. AI can do it all, and it all just works. Your AI chatbot will actually serve website content to help your customers browse. So in theory, you don't even need traditional website navigation anymore. And we call this method of AI chatbot navigation conversational search. You're about to learn all this and set up your own AI conversational search in this very session. And soon enough, we expect to see a world where customers can talk to your AI website in their earbuds, so you won't even need screens at all. Now, number three, you might be here for a mobile AI agency. And when you complete the 90-minute challenge, you'll have all the skills you need to become an AI manager and start your own mobile franchise AI agency, compounding your monthly earnings with that whopping 40% of the mobile platform fee. And of course, you keep 100% of the services that you sell. This is the opportunity of a lifetime because every business in the world right now is exploring AI, and your mobile AI agency has all the tools you need to make this more than just a side hustle. And I'll cover more on that in just a moment. But first, I'm your host, Paul Davenport, co-founder and CEO of MOBLE.com here on beautiful Sydney Harbour for over the last 10 years. And AI is nothing new to the mobile platform. We first introduced AI to mobile back in 2017. And since then, the web builder and CMS has been tried and tested on hundreds of clients. And now we're ready to share the AI management system with the world so that you can use it too. So what exactly is an AI website? Well, before we get started, it's a good idea to understand this so that you know exactly what you're building, but also because I've been hearing quite a few remarkable stories just recently. On the agency side, people are a little concerned that AI is going to take the coding, copywriting, and even design jobs. Well, on the client side, people are thinking that an AI website does everything for you while you sit back and watch it build itself. Well, neither of these are exactly true, not just for the moment at least. So let's now take a couple of minutes to clear up the three things that define an AI website and exactly how it can help your business as we move forward into this new game-changing next phase of the AI web. So what is an AI website? Number one is AI conversational search. Now, an AI website serves website content into your AI chatbot that actually lives in your header as part of your navigation and replaces traditional website search in what we call AI conversational search. Now, this is via a swarm of AI agents that live in your header as part of your website navigation. You could have your AI be a receptionist to answer inbound customer service calls. It could even make outbound sales calls on the phone. You could have your AI as part of your online shop, recommending products, or even helping customers with updates on their orders. Now, you could automate AIs through your entire business, integrating other data sources to pull in content and metrics into the chatbot. And it could even be deployed on other applications like your socials or CRM. Now, as I said at the top, when voice-to-voice comes out on the LLMs, your customers will be able to talk to your AI website in their earbuds without even needing a screen. And in this 90-minute challenge, you're about to discover exactly how and why your mobile AI website is already built, ready and waiting for this game-changing evolution of the way that people browse the web that you can be preparing for and profiting from right now. And number two is AI design assistance. Your mobile AI website builder has AI design assistance right the way through the entire platform to do much of the heavy lifting for you. You have an AI layout assistant to help you build website pages. You have an AI color assistant to help you transform your theme, and will even extract colors from your logo and replace them across all your website pages to style your theme in moments with no design skills. And you have an AI font assistant to help pick and style a font pairing, and will even do that designer-focused line height and letter spacing for a palette of 25 branded fonts. And you have an AI copy assistant to help you write website content. And you have an AI photo assistant to help you generate AI images, and coming soon, it will help you generate AI videos too. And you also have your AI management system to help you build your AI agents for all the tasks you need them to perform. And the third thing that defines an AI website is, of course, AI help assistance, where you cannot possibly build a $5,000 to $50,000 website with no code, no design skills, and no help. And your mobile AI website gives you all the help you need inside the website builder and AI management system, precisely when and where you need it. Your AI help assistants are able to answer all your website design and AI building questions, serving you help videos that you can watch on demand. And so much so that in the past we needed a 5-day challenge to teach people how to build their 5 to 50K website in 5 days. But now, thanks to AI, you can learn it all in just 90 minutes. So how much does it cost? Well, whether you're a designer, a business, or an agency, let me start by welcoming you to the 90-minute challenge. Over the next 90 minutes, you're about to learn how to build your own AI website, including an online store with an AI Chatbot, including dynamic content like the BBC or Netflix, and yes, of course, including your company's AI agents and even AI Voicebots. This course is free. The mobile website design tools are free. All the mobile themes are free, and of course the 5,000 drag and drop layouts are also free, meaning anyone can design and build an AI website. All we ask is that you pay your $9 hosting to cover your AI website and your AI tokens, which I suspect is cheaper than you're paying already. And finally, you'll be wondering, how much can you earn? Well, yes, if you complete the 90-minute challenge, you'll be invited to have your own mobile franchise agency where you can build AI websites for your clients using the mobile tools and get that whopping 40% of the platform fee paid to you each and every month for the lifetime of the clients. Yes, you can build compounding passive income and be a true partner of the mobile journey. And by having an AI agency, you'll be joining my personal mentoring cohort where I will guide you to become the AI manager, where I believe it's possible to earn $20,000 a month before you quit your job. So don't let AI take your job. Let AI become your job. AI websites are here. AI websites are the future. And it's time that we build yours. In 2023, Mobile rebuilt 70 of our award-winning themes for AI, and these themes are available in the mobile platform for you to drag and drop, along with 5,000 more AI layouts. You simply search by theme, drop the AI layouts onto your canvas, and watch as our AI swaps in your colors, fonts, images, and even trues up the padding alignment so that all the themes and the 5,000 layouts work seamlessly together. There are layouts for everything from pages, menus, events, shop products and categories, right down for blocks for things like cards, lists, FAQs, accordions, and even AI chatbots. We'll cover all of these in the next 90 minutes when you design and build your own AI website and online store, including AI chatbots and AI voicebots to handle your inbound and outbound sales and customer service. But for now, simply choose the theme that's most right for you. You can click Built by You to get started, or you can click Web Design Themes to browse the design that's most right for you. And when you're ready, simply click Choose Theme. Now, my top tip to get off to the fastest possible start. If you want a website with a light background, then choose one of the lighter themes. If you want a theme with a full color or darker background, then choose one of the darker themes. This will get you off to the fastest possible start. And of course, you can swap and change and customize everything later as we go on now to build your AI website over the next 90 minutes. Now that you've picked your theme, we can add some images, and there are 70 image collections to play with, purposely created to let you find your website's desired look and feel. Now you'll upload your own images after you've set up your $9 hosting, which also includes your storage for your images. Now after you sign up, you'll upload all of your own images, and the bots will instantly swap them across your entire website for you, and of course they'll instantly be optimized and compressed for Google and page load speeds. Now you'll also be able to generate your own images with AI, with Moble's AI Photo Assistant, which has two models, our default model and OpenAI's DALL-E 3. Now our default model is still performing better than DALL-E 3 in my opinion for those human-like portraits, but you can play with both. I find DALL-E 3 can be good for graphics and illustrations, and a default model is best for those beautiful, hyper-realistic photos. Okay, all this is to come shortly, but right now simply choose your free image collection, and then let's go on to set up your $9 hosting, storage, and AI tokens. Now we've got your website look and feel underway, we can go on and use AI to swap in your colors, fonts, images, effects, and so much more. But first, we need to lock in your $9 website hosting, storage, and AI tokens. Now remember, your website theme is free. The 5,000 drag and drop AI layouts are free. This 90-minute course is free, as well as Moble's 5-day challenge, where you can learn to become a website designer to the standard where you can build any layout from scratch in moments, and also learn to become an AI manager to integrate your AI with other applications within your business. Now you also get Moble's AI assistants throughout the entire platform who are there to help you with your on-demand questions. So even if you don't do the course, you can skip ahead and use the AI. Now there's also help videos against every feature on the Mobile platform. So just click the help icon and there's help there as you need it. So however you want to build your website, anyone can do it. Now the $9 is more than enough hosting and storage to get you through the course, and it also includes AI tokens to set up your AI chatbots and your AI voice bots. And of course, it also includes Moble's ongoing bug-free maintenance and all our future features and developments. Now our pricing is based on the number of pages. All plans have all the features, so the $9 is all you need to complete the course and get the entire learning and your website. If you want more pages, you can just add them, and you won't be billed until next month's billing cycle, which is on the first day of every month. Now, if you're wondering how to lock in your mobile franchise agency for that half price for life, $99, you can do this on the next screen. The offer includes the $199 Elite plan, which has unlimited pages, and in that you get your AI agency and all the tools so that you can sell websites. And of course, you keep 100% of everything that you sell to your clients, plus you get 40% of your client's platform fee for their hosting and maintenance, which is paid to you every month for the lifetime of the client. There is no better way to build a passive income than with an AI agency business, whether it's a full-time career or as a side hustle. AI is here to stay. Every business in the world right now needs an AI website with chatbots and AI voice bots to handle the outbound and inbound sales and customer service. Okay, so lock in your half price for life AI agency on the next screen. It will be $199 a month, but right now it's just $99, and you're going to lock in that price for life. And of course, if you don't want a mobile franchise agency, that's cool. You can just continue with the $9 payment as we go on now to build your new AI website over the next 90 minutes. So we'll now use AI to swap the colors for your entire website theme. And here we are in the colors area, which you can access by the main menu, click styles, and then colors in the top bar. And the first thing you'll see is our AI color assistant here at the top of the page with AI Sam working in support. So I can type here, "Hi Sam." Okay, cool. Sam is now here waiting to help us whenever we need help. Now you can also get help by the video button here, where you can find this clip and other clips for more comprehensive help from the 5-day challenge and also our help knowledge base? Well, to get started, first, I recommend that you drop your logo into the image drop. And if you haven't got a logo, you might have an image with some of your brand guidelines with more of the colors, just like I have here. And you can see our AI color assistant has populated the primary colors and even created extra colors for our neutral, which is an off-white, and our text and divider colors, which are middle grays, which are essential in our color palette. Now, if you want to swap any specific colors, you can use the Find and Replace tool to swap primary colors and then sync them right the way around the website. So to demo, I'll swap the yellow with this bright pink. And if I don't like it, I can swap it back. But I'll actually keep this bright pink and make it my accent 6 so that I can use it later in the branded color palettes all around the website for things like buttons, borders, backgrounds, and gradients. Locking in your brand color here ensures that all of your team will use your exact brand colors wherever they are around the website, and of course, never stray off brand. Now, if I want to swap any specific colors, I can do so in the swatches below. For example, I can change the color of the action button and the action button text. And over in the preview, you can see that my changes have been updated. Now, there are swatches for everything from products, blogs, right down to member profiles and even member accounts. Now, my top tip, please never change your neutral to dark. The neutral is for an off-white. Later, when you create your pages, you can see that many of the layouts come in both light and dark. Plus, you can click the invert button to flip layouts from light to dark, or at least the AI will attempt to flip those from light to dark at any time. Now, I mention do not change the neutral to dark because some people think that because your preview is showing a light background, if you swap the neutral to a dark, that will work. Well, it won't. Neutral is for neutral, and neutral is an off-white. Now, this is important to the color algorithm that the AI follows. So one more final thing. If you do need extra colors in your palette, maybe your brand has more than 6 primary colors, then you can use the supporting colors at the bottom of the swatches, and this will add more colors to your color palettes for your team to use around the website and never stray off brand. We'll now use the AI font assistant to help you style and update your fonts across your website. And your task is to choose 2 fonts to create a font pairing. You've got your heading font, which is used for all your headings. And in addition to that, you've got a display font, which is a more exaggerated poppy font. And once you've selected your pairing, you can use the bot to play around with line height and letter spacing. For example, I might choose a tighter letter spacing and a more loose line height to give it a more contemporary feel. You can see that the bot has automatically updated all 25 fonts in my style sheet and also synced them around the entire website in a second. You can preview your fonts over here on the right, and you can also make manual tweaks and adjustments to granular elements of your fonts. Also, for example, I might like to make this font a little heavier. Once I press save, all of my adjustments are instantly updated and available for my entire team to use. Now, over in the editor, notice that I'm currently lower down in the page where I can make this title a heading 3, which is normal and correct for SEO. But what happens if I would like to change the style of this font, maybe to make it a bit more prominent? Well, I can keep the heading 3, the SEO tag, but I can now also select one of the display fonts to make it right for my design. And again, for more help on any of the features, remember to click the help icon for more help and videos. Or of course, you can ask AI Sam, who is always waiting here to help you with any questions. Upload all your logos here in the Logos tab, and our AI logo assistant is in beta with the full launch soon. So if your brand needs a professional logo, it will generate ideas that you can pass on to your graphic designer. So at this stage, the AI assistant is for inspiration only. It won't produce high resolution images or PNGs. If you want to learn how to crop and size your logos for the web, including sizing and styling those essential client logos for social proof, then be sure to watch our Logos Masterclass during the 5-day challenge, where we show you how to use Figma to prepare and size all your logos for your website. In the Elements tab, you can select preferences for your elements, like your button styles, icon styles, and even navigation indicator arrows. Well, button styles can be square, round, rounder, or roundest. And icons can be solid, regular outline, or a light outline. Now you can also choose the style of your navigation indicators around your website. Indicators such as arrows on dynamic widgets or FAQ accordions. And you can make these either large or small, and also either solid or regular. Now, other settings here in the Elements area offer default padding and alignment settings, which make layouts all work together when you drop them onto the page. Now, I'll cover more on this shortly when we get to layouts in the editor, but the golden rule is here: unless you know what these settings do, just leave them and you can be confident that everything will just work as it is out of the box. You can now go to the Effects tab to choose the effects for your dynamic widgets. Well, widgets serve dynamic content feeds such as photo galleries, news, events, blogs, shop categories, video reels, and file libraries. You have two default hover effects. You've got primary and secondary, which come as standard on all websites. But now you can select two more using the plus and minus buttons to select your preferred effects. Now you can assign these effects to your dynamic content feeds over in the page editor whenever you add a widget. Now we're going to go on and cover widgets shortly, but for now just notice that the effects that we've just selected in the effects area are here in the widget to select, and now whenever our team chooses a widget, they're going to use the same consistent hover effects across the entire website. The Layouts area is where you manage your custom site layouts. Now, you can customize your layouts here for your entire team to drag and drop over in the page editor. Well, over in the page editor, you can also save your layouts as individual layouts or layouts as an entire page. Well, for individual layouts, you click the check icon and save your layout. For a full page, click the AI icon, and here you can save the full page as a layout. Well, back over in the Layouts area, you can give your layouts a sort order to position them exactly how you'd like them in the Layouts drawer, maybe most used at the top. And if you've made wholesale changes to your design, just like how we've just done with colors and fonts, then your layout should be updated with nice new screenshots to reflect your design. Well, thankfully, the bots are here to help. Simply click the Update Screenshots button and the bots will update your screenshots, saving you hours of work while helping your team identify the layouts that they need. We'll now take a look at the visual page editor. So over in the Pages area, you can click Edit next to any page and you'll be taken into the page editor where you can make custom design changes to any page. Now notice when I click the Layouts in the top bar, the Layouts drawer opens and you can see your custom layouts in the Themes tab, tagged with your site name. So in this case, my site name is Dirty. Now here's the cool bit. I can also filter the layouts for every mobile theme, such as Baboo, Clio, Erez, and I can type to jump here, so I'll go down to Yuzi. Now, mobile is always adding new themes, so you can be sure that you've got the latest designs at your fingertips. So that allows you to come back at any time and revisit your design pages to make new websites extremely quickly. Now, when you drop a layout onto the page, look how the AI transforms it into your brand with your colors, fonts, images, and it even trues up the padding and alignment so that all these different themes all just work together. Now to drop onto the page, notice the blue drop zone. Just click on a layout and it will instantly drop into the drop zone. Now, there aren't just layouts from the themes. There are also 5,000 AI layouts over here in the Type tab, where you can filter layouts by type. There are layouts for everything from products, categories, events. You can look for footers and menus, and there are countless generic layouts, all categorized by the columns. Now, on Mobile 3, we've introduced blocks to the layouts drawer. Blocks are for things that sit inside a layout, for example, cards, lists, FAQs, read more. And to drop a block inside a layout, I recommend clicking on the innermost frame, where I'll click the plus icon in the frame tools. And here you can embed components into the frame like images, videos, maps, widgets for those dynamic content. So I could put a slider of my products in here. Any of that dynamic content we're going to cover shortly. This is where you drop a widget onto the page. And also note that I can drop a code block onto the page here for custom HTML. So I could write my own HTML, or I could drop widgets from third-party apps. And also now notice we've got blocks. If you click block, notice the drop zone appears on the inside of the frame, and the frames drawer opens, and in the type drawer I can now filter by searching blocks. And now, since we're moving on to this later in the video, I'll drop an AI chatbot, and I'll also select a chatbot with a voicebot in it. Now notice how the chatbots and voicebots are combined in the same block. So we're going to cover more on this shortly, and that's probably one of the most exciting things about this entire 90-minute challenge. Now, as a point of inspiration, let's look at the final layouts that the mobile team designed for the Dirty Feet website. Well, in the layouts drawer, you can see the beautiful custom branded drag and drop layouts ready for the content team to use with confidence and mix and match them however they wish for the pages that they need. Now, often our clients are excited to use the mobile platform, but just wish the mobile design team could do their layouts for them. Well, for this reason, we've brought back the Built For You solution. And if you want a quote from the mobile design team to build your beautiful branded drag and drop layouts, then click the Built For You button in the top bar of the Pages area to get a quote from the mobile design team or from a growing community of certified AI agency design partners. But with that said, there's no reason you can't design and build your layouts from scratch to the standard where you could look at any design layout in the world and recreate it for your brand in moments. So now let's look at exactly how you can do just that and build your own 5 to 50K website for free. And now for a key design principle for AI websites, and that is how we maintain consistent padding and alignment with all of these layouts from all of these different themes on different devices, and of course even with different team members wanting to make different changes. You can imagine that a website could quickly become a mess and ruin the beautiful work that the original designer has done. Well, to solve this problem, Mobile has invented the 5 frames method. And for now, you only need to be conscious of the 5 frames method. You're not going to do any specific building from scratch at this stage. I just want you to be aware of the structure, so when you look at a layout, you'll know exactly what's going on. And also, it's going to work with the AI algorithm. So all the 5,000 layouts are going to work magically together. So this is the 5 frames method. Okay, so notice here we've got the outer padding, and then inside that we've got the max width, and then we've got our columns in a blue frame, we've got the inner padding in the darker blue frame, and we've got the component on the inside. So let's take a look at some of the common settings here. Well, on the outer padding in the mustard frame, the most common setting is 64 pixels. That's the width at 64 pixels. And if it's the outside on the very top of the page, the first layout on the entire page, you probably want to keep 64 at the very top also. So you'll see this around most of the themes. The most common setting for the outer padding is 64 pixels. Then inside that, in the lighter mustard, we've got the max width. Now, the most common setting for max width is 1440 pixels wide. The max width is a reading pane. So if you're on a big desktop and you don't have a max width and you've got text, people are going to read right to the edge of the screen. Well, a max width contains it here at 1440. But another common setting is 1280 for a bit more of a tighter reading pane. So you see that outer padding 64, max width 1440. And then you can choose your columns. Notice columns is in blue. Now columns only appears if you need them. You can control the columns with the columns button here. But also if I click on the frame where the column is, notice in the frames drawer, in the advanced tab, that I can do some cool things with the behavior of the columns. Like I can flip them so that maybe the right one appears on top on mobile. This is what we call column reverse. So a few little tips here. Then inside that we've got inner padding. Now note inner padding here is 32 pixels. That's the most common, but again, on tighter websites, you might see it at 16. So look out for that. And then on the inside, we've got component where we don't have it padding for width, but sometimes I like to use padding for height on the component. And that might be if I've got a button, the text is running to the button. I often put in maybe 8 pixels, sometimes 16 pixels on the height. So that's really how it all comes together. You shouldn't have to change any of your padding settings at this stage. You just need to understand why they are there. So you don't want to delete any of these frames, even if you don't need them. Why? Well, because in the future, you might have new staff that come along, there could be new designers, and you just want everyone to work together. So this is the beauty. If we all have the frames set up in the same way, all the new layouts that come out in the mobile theme, you'll be able to drop them and they'll work. The AI is going to work. And of course, new team members are going to stay consistent and on track. And of course, AI can help you go and fix things up as well. So again, detailed tuition on all of this. Day 3 of the 5-day challenge. We cover essentials, which is going through the basics a bit like this. Then we dive deeper into the intermediate session, which is really a follow along step by step where you see myself building, I think about 10 layouts from scratch. And then we go into the advanced class, which is some tips that we say developers know that designers wish they know. So again, dive into those if you need them. Now, there are some common questions that I often get. Again, that's covered on day 3. One is, what's a block? Well, a block is applied to the inner padding and appears in the dark blue. Now, over in the frames drawer, in the frames tab, you can see block here. Now, if this is on, it indicates to the AI when this layout is dropped in the future. So maybe someone saved this layout, right? And someone's going to use it later in the future. It indicates to the AI to apply inner padding. Sometimes you don't want inner padding. So you can actually just not make it a block. So again, that's really advanced stuff when you're designing for AI layouts. You don't need to know that now. Just don't change the settings. That's the main thing. If you're a newbie or you're not building from scratch, there's nothing you need to do. You just need to be aware that that's there. And then number 2 is quite similar. You'll see that we've got the elements area, and you can apply padding and alignment settings so that when you drop new layouts in, the bot will change them to those settings. So that's all that's going on here. It's literally just telling the AI what to do, and that's only important if you're building from scratch. So my top tip is that Mobile is a web builder for designers and a CMS for business with an all-in-one, no-code visual page editor. So if you're a designer building pages, then flip to design mode. And here you can see that you can build anything. You can see all of the frames where you can customize everything in there. But if you're a business editing content, then flip to business mode where you'll be able to edit everything. Now, racing through, I'll show you some common features of the frames drawer. By clicking the edit icon on any frame, the frames drawer opens, and notice the active frame always is indicated with a red dot. Now, in the background tab, you can see that our background colors are updated with the color swatches we created earlier. And this, of course, ensures that your entire team always stays on brand. Well, in here, we've got the background colors. And you can see you can spice up the background color with a gradient. You can change the gradient angle. And you can even animate the gradient with a pulse along the gradient angle and adjust the speed of the pulse. Very cool. However, do use it sparingly, as animations can add to your page load speed if abused. Notice I can also add background videos in here, and I'll come back to videos in a couple of minutes. The next tab along is for background images, and you can see that I can browse existing images or upload new ones. So whether you're uploading individually or in bulk, all your images are automatically compressed and optimized for page load speed. So you can skip those lengthy photography post-production steps. Now, the first setting here is for background image position, which sets where the image anchors to. So if I set this to bottom right, I'll see the bottom right of the image. Background image fit lets you cover the image or stretch it to the full width of the frame, which is a very popular setting. And then we have contain, where you'll always see the full image. It's contained inside the frame. So background image repeat, that's often used when we've got smaller images. Used to be used a lot when we had patterns and textures in skeuomorphic design. And then more popular at the bottom here is background image fit, which fixes the image in the background so that text or content scrolls over the top. So the most common settings here, and these are often what the layouts are set to, position would be center center, fit would be cover, repeat would be set to none, and then fixed, well, that's down to your design choice. But if you're using it more, use it more often. And you can create effects, obviously control padding and positioning, and dive deeper into advanced tools like deciding the responsive design behavior on different devices. And also you can use CSS classes, and you can even create your own custom CSS and JavaScript. But again, remember that every feature on mobile has a help icon next to it where you can get on-demand learning. So if you don't do the 5-day challenge and don't even do this video and want to learn on demand, you can click at any time on the help icon and get the associated videos, which might be a short video like this one, or the full follow-along step-by-step help of the 5-day challenge. Now, on the 5-day challenge, day 3 is where we cover all of the frame tools in a follow-along step-by-step way. And that's the one where, of course, you can become the website designer to the standard, where you can look at any website design layout in the world and create it yourself in moments. And all that happens here in the frames drawer. Okay, so now we'll have a look at uploading images in bulk, and to do this we'll go over to the files area. Now, to optimize and compress your images, what you need to do on your local computer is put your images first in a zip file, and we're going to name this zip file with the exact name import_files.zip. Now we'll check that the zip file is under 100 megabytes. If it is, then you can make smaller zip files and then upload those. Just make sure that each zip file is named exactly import_files.zip. Now the compression works best for JPEGs. You should know that images should not be PNGs. A simple rule, PNGs are for graphics, not for photographs, and Google will actually penalize you if you upload photos that are PNGs. So once you've zipped up your JPEGs, we can now upload them and they'll be optimized and compressed. Now, once it's saved and you go back into the files area, all the images aren't here yet, but you can hard refresh and you can see them progressively being added. If it's 100 megabytes, allow about 5 minutes for those to all sequentially upload, but you can go about your business now and do other tasks. You'll notice here the bot assisted button. Well, your theme came with a collection of images that you selected during sign up. And if you wish to replace this collection with your own images, you can do so now and your bots will update them across the website. So click the bot assisted button and here you can see the 8 images that you selected at sign up. And to replace them, click edit, make sure that the replace file toggle is set to yes, and now that will update your new image right across the website. Well, a common question I also get is, can you actually use the other collections that you saw during sign up? Well, there were 70 image collections there, and yes, you can get access to those to use them. You just go back to mobile.com, click themes, find the theme that you're interested in, and then click design notes. Here you can see the photographer credits along with a link back to the source, and you can download the zip file for that collection. And yes, they're already named import_files.zip, ready for you to upload. Okay, so when you're ready, go and upload and replace your own images. But now let's move on and use AI to generate some images with Mobile's AI Photo Assistant. So now you can generate some AI images with Moble's AI Photographer Assistant, which you can access by clicking the AI icon in the top bar of the editor and opening the AI Photo Assistant. Now, the AI Photo Assistant is an AI photographer that was designed to write prompts as if it was a real-life professional photographer, understanding those all-important camera and lighting techniques that create great prompts. So you can play around with the settings. I encourage you to have a go. And once you've created that perfect image, you can save your photo shoot as a preset and then use it for new images all around the website, ensuring that your AI generates images with a consistent look and feel as if they were taken by a real photographer. Mobile offers two AI image generators. We've got a default model and DALL-E 3. Currently, the default model is perhaps performing better than OpenAI's DALL-E 3 for hyper-realistic human photo portraits, whereas DALL-E 3 can be used for graphics rather than photos. But all this will change as we go on, so I encourage you to try both. Now, if you're unfamiliar with prompting, then you can simply complete the fields here and the prompt will build for you. Now notice the AI Photo Assistant understands camera and lighting settings to prompt shots of the highest professional standards, and such settings can be key to generating outstanding prompts. Now each setting is a descriptive, editable prompt explaining its output, and therefore even if you have no idea about photography, you can quickly learn. And if you are an expert in photography, then feel free to tailor these prompts to your particular requirements. Now it's incredibly intuitive and you can make your own selections, and you can see the prompt being created and of course adjust it in the prompt box. You can choose the aspect ratio of your image, either square or 16:9 can be good for website banners. And then you can click generate to see your images. Now, if you're happy with your images, it's a great idea to save them as a preset for your entire team to use in the future. This is like creating a website photo shoot so that all of your images are taken in the same style, just like you are hiring a professional photographer. Now, you can click save to save the images to your files for later use. And you can click copy to use it right now, either as a background image or an embedded image in the editor. Now remember, background images are added via the frames drawer, allowing you to have text or content on top. And embedded images are added via the plus icon, where you can add a new image. Click the browse button to access your saved images. And of course, click generate to create brand new images with the AI Photo Assistant. Just like with images, there are two types of video that you can have on your page: embed videos and background videos. And there are two main video platforms that mobile clients use for videos, and they are YouTube and Vimeo. To embed a video, click the plus icon in the frame tools and add a video component to your page. Over in YouTube, click share under the video and then click embed and copy. And back over in mobile, paste in the code. On Vimeo, click embed. Now, very important, you must set up the custom dimensions. And if in doubt, always set these to 1920 by 1080. Plus, also note, if your video is not public, you must allow specific domains of the pages where you will allow the video to be embedded. So you should put your domain name, and so that you can see the video before your domain is live, you should put your mobile site name in here too, which is your site name.mobile.site. Note, you don't need to put the www in here, it's just the site name.mobile.site. Okay, well, back over in mobile, you can paste in the code. For background videos, it's super important to set a fixed height. Sometimes people forget this. You always need to set a fixed height that you want your videos to display at. Now, this is a cool feature because you could have your videos as a full background video or for specific shapes within the page, and it's fixed height that controls this. So next, you should know that videos don't play in the page editor. So it's nice to have a placeholder to tell your team that there's a video here. Also, a placeholder can be nice for the first milliseconds of when the video loads. For my placeholders, I always like to use an opacity background color. And in the background tab, this is where we paste in the video file link. Now notice, this is not an embed code, this is a file link. So over on YouTube, click share, and under your video, click copy link. Then back over on the web page, we can paste in the file link. Now on Vimeo, this time we'll click the ellipsis in the top bar. So we'll click the video file links, then click copy link. Now I'll copy the link for 1080p, and this is because I want my video to be full width on the desktop, and large desktops are 1920 by 1080 pixels. So back over on the web page, I can paste in the link. Now there's one more thing that you can do with the video, and that is to make the video either pop up in a lightbox window or appear in a dynamic content feed, such as a dynamic video library like Netflix, or it could be a video to support a product or news or event feed. Well, to do this, I want to make my video a file. So we go over to the Files area and click Add File in the right of the top bar. This time, we paste the embed code for either YouTube or Vimeo. And notice that the destination URL has automatically been populated, and this is what makes the video pop up when we click it. It pops up to this destination URL. So now I can upload my thumbnail, and before I save, I can make sure that the file type is always set to video. So finally, we will now tag the video. And in this case, I'm going to tag my video, the right foot, and also reel. Now it's been tagged, I can put the video onto a page as a pop-up or as a dynamic content feed. And to do this, we use a widget. So over in the editor, I click the plus icon to add the widget. And in the widget component, I can show videos with the tags, the right foot and reel. And since I want both these tags, I'll check must match all. It must match videos with both tags, right foot and reel. So now I can choose the display. Do I want my widget to be a grid with columns or masonry? Maybe a carousel, what we call a multi-slider, or a plain old slider. I could even feed more content into the widget at this point, like products, images, or pages. Any content with these tags will appear in my widget. So you can see how widgets are dynamic content bliss. You could easily create websites like Netflix or the BBC in moments simply by tagging your content and managing them within widgets. So let's move on to take a closer look at dynamic widgets so that you too can easily manage your dynamic content. Widgets are used to manage dynamic content feeds, and you can see here on the home page of Dirty Feet, it's using many different types of widget all on the same page. You can see the page has a photo gallery, it has an event slider, a video slider, and it has a directory of performing artists known as Dirty Feeters. So this is how we set it up. In the editor, each content feed was created with a widget. You can see that the first one is a photo gallery showing images that are tagged with home gallery. And the second is a multi-slider, often called a carousel, showing events that are tagged with out of the studio. And next is another multi-slider for videos, this time tagged with the right foot and reel. And finally, this one is another multi-slider showing a directory of artists. And this time we have pages tagged with Dirty Feeters. Well, that is all we need to know to manage widgets. First, you choose the type of widget, like multi-slider, slider, or grid. And then second, you choose the type of content that you want. Notably, you can add all types of content into the same feed, like products, videos, and blogs. For example, you could make a really cool product page with products, videos, images, blogs, all tagged with that product. This is not like one of those add-on plugins or modular apps. You can dynamically feed all your website content into the same feed, making your website extremely powerful to the level that you'd expect on enterprise-level software costing thousands of dollars. And third, you can tag your content. Whether it's a page, a product, image, or video, you can give your content tags, just like we covered earlier when we tagged the video with the right foot and with reel. Simply tag your content and it will appear in your widget. Now for an example of the power of widgets. If you bulk upload a zip file of images and tag them when uploading, all those images will instantly feed into the widget without having to go into the page. And similarly, another example, if you uploaded a CSV of products and put product tags into your spreadsheet, those products would go straight into the product categories without you having to edit the product pages or the categories. Okay, I think you get that. So now for my 9 top tips. Number 1 is for managing grids. Well, notice that my grid was 4 columns and had 4 items, so it was all on one row. Well, if I change the number of items to 8, it would now be 2 rows of 4 columns. Well, similarly, if I change my grid to 9 items and change the columns to 3, we've now got 3 columns on 3 rows. Number 2 is for tag combos. And if I've got 2 tags like the right foot and reel, I should set the tag combos to must match all. It will now only show videos that have both tags. If I don't select must match all, it will show all the videos with any of these tags. So this gives me exact control of what appears in my widget. Number 3 is for sort order. And in the events multi-slider, for example, I want to show display date latest to show the events with the latest date first. And 4 is view type. Well, I can change the view type between grid, which has text over the image, or list, which has text on one side of the image. You can see here that in the shop, I like my text and price below the image in a card view. Number 5 is the configurations that appear on the right. And notice I can change the order of the meta information. For example, I could put price on the top. And incidentally, all the widget text is managed in the settings screen of that page, product, or file. Just click the widget tab in the settings screen to add the meta information like dates, or if it's a blog, you might choose author. If your widget is for a shop, you may wish to have people add to cart before they click through to the product page, in which case you can select an add to cart button and even other actions like more buttons. And 7, I can force the height to be taller. For example, I could make the carousel full height. And 8, I can adjust the gutter width or remove it altogether. And 9, I could choose one of the hover effects that we set up earlier in the session. So now let's bring it all together. And back on the homepage of Dirty Feet, we have our Netflix style reel. Well, we can click on the category page of Out of Studio. And here you can see we have a tall banner with a read more block dropped in on the left. Our widget here is 4 columns with a 4:3 aspect ratio. And the meta information here is showing the date and is using the author field to show the choreographer. If we click into the page, we can see a video of the event at the top, and note the multi-slider at the bottom of the page acting as a category navigation back to see more events. Well, back on the home page, we can click into the artist category page, and this time it's set to 3 columns with the aspect ratio as square, and again using the same hover effect. If we click into the page on the right, you can see a photo gallery for the artists, and we have a multi-slider at the bottom for related artists. Now, up in the header, we can click into the shop to see the shop category page is set with 3 columns and is showing the price. Now, something cool for a category page, there are lots of category pages in the layouts drawer for you to choose from. But to bring all this together, I'm going to set up a mix widget showing the artists, productions, and the shop in the same widget. Well, this is a mix widget, and it's showing pages for artists, it's showing events for the productions, and it's showing products for the shop. The aspect ratio is square, and since there's a lot of items to show, I'll choose 5 columns and make the height 500 pixels. So now we've had a good look at category pages, it's a good time to move on to setting up your online shop. And at the end of this video, we'll be looking at how to use an AI shop bot to help your customers with finding products and getting order updates. Okay, so now let's take a look at adding products to your online store. And to do this, go to the e-commerce area. So we'll start with the first and most important lesson. And that is there's one big difference between editing products and editing pages. We edit products by the settings tab, not via the edit tab to open the page editor. And to explain why, I'm going to open both edit and the settings area in a new window. And here in the page editor, notice that the text has curly brackets to merge in content. It doesn't actually display the content itself. Notice this one here is for summary, and when I add information to the summary field, it will merge into the curly bracket in the page editor. Well, there are 3 advantages for this. It allows content to be loaded quickly, simply by completing fields. It allows products to be uploaded via a CSV file or a spreadsheet. And it allows you to design your own custom product pages. And I'll cover designing product pages from scratch in a full e-commerce session soon, so like and subscribe for that. But in short, to create your product pages, you can drop blocks onto any page just like we covered earlier. So you could create custom pages, say with a video background of the product, with an add to cart button on top. You can design anything with no code. Then when you're happy with the product page, you can apply your design to all product pages in one click with this toggle here in the product page settings. You can also select from many pre-made product designs, so you don't just have to have the one that's with your theme. And again, you can apply your design to all product pages with this toggle. Okay, so now let's look at some of the top tips for adding products. Simply complete fields to add your products, and you can leave fields blank and the labels won't show on your product page. So simply complete the fields that you need for your product. Now, summary is more important than description, as this is the summary that will appear in your dynamic widget feeds. Most people just add a summary and leave description and the body tabs blank. The page icon is also the image that appears in your widget, while the gallery images are the images that appear in your product page gallery. Tabs are for accordions like specifications, instructions, shipping, returns, and terms, and some people like to pop into the editor to change the labels of the tabs manually. Now, if you do this, you only have to do it once for one product. You can then assign your design to all product pages, again using this toggle here. Now, options are required if you want your customers to select options for different product SKUs. For example, you can add a tag for colors, and then you can click Edit on the color tag to give it a color. And on the front end, this will now appear as a color swatch. What's really cool is you can also give the tag an image. And now your swatch will display an image on the front end, giving you vast possibilities. You can also make price altering options, for example, 500 mils or 1 litre size options. So let's take a look at this. Currently, I've got 2 options for size and colour. So it's now very important that I create the variants. And to do this, I click Generate Variants. Now let's say I want to update the price for all 1 litre variants. So I can filter 1 litre. I can check all of the options on the left and then put in the price. And all my pricing will be updated for 1 litre in an instant. Also notice I can set the products for subscriptions to bill monthly or annually. And when you're done adding a product, always remember to click Save. And if you're ready to create your next product, you can click Clone, and all your settings and options will be preserved, allowing you to simply change the title, summary, and images, which makes adding products as quick to do here in the UI as it would be in Excel or a Google Sheet. So over in the e-commerce settings tab, there's a link back over to headers where I can choose a header with a shop button, which will turn on my online store. I can also set up my Stripe payment gateway API key here for secure transactions. Now you can go over to Stripe to copy your API key and paste it in here to set that up. You can also set your order notification email that your admin team receives. And you can also set up your order notification email that your customer receives. I can set my shipping information, for example, the flat fee, and the price that shipping becomes free after. I can set the price for international shipping with the countries that I ship to. And I can also set up a shipping integration with fellow Australian company and global leader ShipStation, or integrations with my favorite platforms like Klaviyo, ActiveCampaign, and MailChimp, who, incidentally, we use all of these for our abandoned cart. And of course, you can set up automations via platforms like Make and Zapier. You can manage all of your orders in the Orders tab, and you can see all of your Stripe transactions in the Transactions tab, where you can link to Stripe for your refunds. Now you can export your orders and transactions in the top right. You might put those into Google Sheets, but you can also integrate those via Make and Zapier to put them into the likes of Xero. Now you can also get picking lists to make picking and packing easier. If you don't have warehouse management software or an ERP, this can be a nice starter to get you going and help you manage that. You can choose a layout for your category page, and remember to give your category page those correct tags. There are 2 category pages that come with your theme, so you can also clone these to get you off to a rapid start. Now via the Layouts tab, you can also add an AI Shopbot as a block into your category sidebar. Now you can also add a Shopbot into your header too, and these will suggest products to your customers. They might give them discounts or account credits, or most importantly, they might help customers get updates on their orders. And this is extremely useful as it's always the highest ticketing customer support request. So why not use your Shopbot to handle this inquiry and at the same time incentivize the customer with a discount for the next orders? Okay, well those top tips are enough to get you started, and watch out for our dedicated e-commerce video for more. And if you want the mobile team to do it for you or parts of that, make sure that you click the Built For You button to request a quote, and we'll be soon passing on leads to our certified AI agency partners too. So if you want to start your own mobile franchise AI agency, stay tuned to the end of this video where I will show you some bonus content on how you can sign up for your mobile franchise agency. To add forms to a web page, click the plus icon in the Frames tool and click Forms to select a form from the mobile forms area, or to embed a form from your favorite app, click Code and then paste in the embed code. Most people use mobile forms as they're included with no extra cost, have seamless styling with your website, and can integrate with applications including MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, Zapier, and Make. And to edit forms and create new ones, go to Forms via the main menu. And here you can clone forms, such as payment forms, subscription forms, and chatbot forms that are assigned to your AI agents. Now you can build new forms from scratch too via the top right. And to edit a form, you simply add fields, and you can elect to make those fields mandatory. If you're editing a form with options, for example, drop down or radio for single selection or multi-selection, then you can add your items here as a new line. Now, if the options are for prices to take online payments, then include price at the start of the line and click Set Price Options. You can drag fields into position and remove any unwanted fields. Now in the settings for each form, you can select the styling by choosing the colors. If you're unsure what the color names are, click the colors link and note we're adding color swatches into the forms area soon. The labels are self-explanatory, except perhaps for element colors, which is for the elements like underline or drop downs and radio buttons. So when designing slick forms on different color backgrounds, I personally like to clone the form and then make it as a variant with light labels. So your theme comes with light variants for the short form and for event form. I recommend opening both forms so that you can see the color variants for each and then assign those to your forms too, and you'll be designing like a pro in no time. You can select the thank you page that is linked to after the form has been submitted to create journeys and funnels. To locate your thank you pages, you can click this button here, and your thank you pages are stored in the pages area and set to hidden pages. And if you want to replicate any thank you pages, the best advice is to use the clone button. And for competitions, you can limit the form to a maximum number of submissions and then set an alternate thank you page to notify them that they've already made a submission or it's part of a different journey. You can assign people to member groups, and you can style your submit button. You can assign email notification addresses for both customers and for your admin team. You can send email notifications on the form submission and assign the email address to the customer and the admin team member who wants to be notified. Now your email body copy is also a page, and you can assign that page here. So if you want to edit your emails, you can go to the Pages area and search for hidden sections. And to make this easier, I'm going to put in the keyword thank, and here you can see all of my emails, which I can either edit or clone. And if you're sending an SMS notification, first ensure you've added your Twilio ID, auth token, and number in the global settings area. And now you can add your SMS notification here. Do note that for the lowest fee per SMS, keep your message below 160 characters, including your call to action link. Now, if you're sending people to a page or a product page with a long URL, then think about using a URL shortener. You can receive payments in forms, and remember, you can also take payments and subscriptions in your online shop too. So you have a choice of when to use a form and when to use a shop product. Here on Dirty Feet, I elected to use a form in the action section for rapid card selection on every page of the website. But plus, I decided to increase the exposure and also use donations as a product page where the customer would go through the normal checkout process. And note that all of your transactions for both forms and for shop are logged in the transactions tab in the e-commerce area, and both are hooked up to Stripe in my instance here on Dirty Feet. Well, in this case, I'm also sending through the transactions to Xero via Stripe. And since the customer, Dirty Feet, is using Stripe for other services, not just the website, I'm also doing the customer refunds via Stripe too, to keep everything in one place. Now, if you're sending the form data to another app like MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, or Auto, you can select the member group list and tags here. And you can also create your own integrations via Zapier and Make. Well, finally, in the contacts area, all your forms inquiries are logged, and you can search for inquiries and export them via the export button in the top bar. I like to send my form inquiries for customer service to a Slack channel. And in addition, I'll send the sales inquiries to our CRM, and support tickets go to Trello. Now, if your inquiry has been assigned to a member group, you can see all your opt-in members here along with their groups. This is especially good if you're using Zapier or Make to integrate your website members. For example, sending VIP shop members to Klaviyo. And speaking of which, please like and subscribe to receive my latest videos and to be notified when I post more detailed videos on how to manage your website. If you're like many customers and would like help integrating forms with other business applications and creating customer journeys, funnels, and automations, please click the Built For You button and our team can provide you with a quote or connect you with one of our AI agency partners. Okay, with all that information, we're now ready to go on and add your pages and all of your content. Well, there's a really quick way to add pages, and that's in the navigation area, which we're going to cover now. But before we do that, we'll just have a look at adding pages in the pages area. Well, in the top of the pages area, in the top bar here on the right, you can see add page. So you can set up a page there, and you can also clone pages in the pages area too. Maybe you've got a design layout set up, it's already got all the tags, so you can just hit clone and then just go and swap the text and images. Now, if you are working on a new page, you can put it in draft and then flip to live when you're ready. And if it's a page that you don't want to be indexed by the search engines, such as a landing page for an ad, or maybe it's got special offer pricing in there, then you can mark this page as hidden. Now, this will tell the search engines do not index it. Now, there are a few subtleties in that, such as if your page is already indexed by the search engine and then put it to hidden, well, it's already on the search engine where it will remain. And so if you need more details, just use the help icons next to every feature. Now, when first building your website, the quickest way to add pages in one go is via the navigation area, which you can access via the main menu. So here you can create complex navigation to serve thousands of pages from just a handful of labels in your header. And we do this by creating and connecting menus together in infinite ways. So let's take a look at some of the possibilities. I'll first draw your attention to the header menu, which is the main navigation bar in your header. And in the header menu, you can create drop-down menus with submenus simply by dragging the labels into position. And to add new pages, you can click Add New Page in the top bar. Now, if you're adding a menu label to a page that already exists, you can use the link list to select the page. And if it's a new page, you can check Create as a New Page, and your page will instantly be created for you behind the scenes, offering a rapid way to create lots of pages quickly without any page load time. So now you can go ahead and add all of your pages to your header menu. Well, back over in the navigation area, you can choose to add a menu that opens up from the menu icon on mobile, and also a menu icon if you have one on desktop. So if you chose a menu icon earlier when we were creating your header, you can click the link here in the top bar to take you back over into the header area. And here in the header area, back in the Customize tab, notice now you can select a draw menu or a menu section, which will open up from the menu icon. Now, a draw menu requires no design. It will build itself in a neat, simple sliding drawer that has multi-level menus all ready to go. And if you select a menu section, this is that custom page that we covered earlier when we were setting up the header. Remember, there are many menu sections to choose from. Just open the Layouts drawer and search for menu sections. Now, back over in the navigation area, you can see that the selection that you've just made is highlighted in black, denoting the menu that you must set up. Remember, even if you don't have a menu icon on desktop, it will always appear on mobile. So you must set up your pages for one of these two menus, and the one that you've selected is highlighted in black. Now, for large sites, you can choose to have a top bar in your header, and this will sit above the header navigation. I don't recommend this if you've got a small site. Plus, with mega menus, what we're going to look at shortly, it's probably unlikely that you're going to need a top bar as it takes up useful space. Now, you can also create category menus and body menus, which are menus that you can drop anywhere on any page, such as categories go into sidebars and body menus quite often go into your footer. Now, you can access your footer via the quick links on the bottom of this page. And again, there are many footer layouts in the layouts drawer for you to choose from. You can browse footers by theme, and also you can browse footers by type. Now, you can also add mega menus, and if you're creating a mega menu, you can do this over in the pages area. All menus and footers are hidden sections. So in the pages area, you can search hidden and sections, and you'll see all the hidden sections of your website. You can design hidden sections just like any other page. Since these pages are hidden, they won't be indexed by the search engine. And as they're a page, you've got the full flexibility to design them in a customized way. And again, you'll be pleased to know that there are many menus in the layouts drawer, which you can browse by theme or browse by type. And once you've created your mega menu, you want to assign it to the correct header label. And therefore, what we want to do now is go back to the header menu and then click on Edit next to the menu of which you want to assign the mega menu to. And when we click Edit, you can see here that all our mega menus exist, and you can just assign the one that you want. And finally, if you have an online shop or a password protected members area, you can access these menus here. And you can change the order of the labels of these menus. And of course, you can add new pages to your shop or pages that only your members can see. Just note that if you are creating password protected pages for member groups, make sure that back over in the page settings area, you protect the page and assign it to that member group at the top of the page settings. You can create new member groups and assign members to those groups in the contacts area. And when people sign up by forms, you can automatically assign them to those groups via the forms settings area. Now, if you're selling digital products like a course or a subscription service, you can grant access to those member groups during the checkout. So now we're going to move on to the bit that everyone has been waiting for, and that is how to set up your AI agents and put them to work as a chatbot, voicebot, or a shopbot, and also how to integrate them with other applications. Well, this is the final part of the 90-minute challenge, and we're going to build 3 AI chatbots. And number 1, we're going to build the AI chatbots for Dirty Feet, and notably, they have an AI content bot and an AI shop bot. Number 2, we're going to build my own AI Paul persona bot that talks in my voice and knows everything about mobile help and mobile courses. And we're going to put AI Paul to the test and deploy it inside the mobile AI website builder as the help assistant. And we're going to show you how to add an AI voice bot to your website to answer your inbound phone calls as your front desk receptionist, to replace a human receptionist. And we'll demo the AI voice bot on mobile.com website that makes inbound and outbound sales calls. And by the end of this session, you're going to be able to do this with no code, no technical skills, and no prompts.
Hi Paul, it's AI Paul. Thanks for requesting a call. Ready to chat?
Hi AI Paul, yes, I would like to use your VoiceBot service. Maybe when someone fills out a form on my website, I'd like the VoiceBot to give them a call.
That sounds like a great way to engage with your leads. Our outbound AI voice bots are perfect for that. They can call your customers as soon as they fill out a form on your website. What specific goals do you have in mind for using the voice bot, and what challenges are you currently facing with lead engagement?
Well, you tell me, what uses can an outbound voice bot perform?
Outbound AI voice bots are super versatile. They can make calls when a customer fills out a form on your website, reaches a certain stage in your sales CRM, or revisits selected web pages. They're great for engaging leads right away, providing information, confirming details, and even setting up appointments. Plus, they can finish the call by sending an SMS or email to keep the conversation going. How does that sound for boosting your engagement?
Well, what about just dialing out like my CRM list? Could I just hook up my CRM and then call all my customers?
Absolutely, you can do that too. You can integrate your CRM with our AI voice bots to automatically call customers from your list. This is perfect for follow-ups, announcements, or even personalized offers based on their stage in the customer journey. Would this kind of setup help meet your needs?
Yeah, okay. So just tell me though, what's the difference between inbound and outbound voice bots?
Sure thing. Inbound voice bots are like virtual receptionists on your website or in your email signature. Customers can call the number provided and interact with the bot. They're great for handling inquiries or support requests directly. Outbound voice bots, on the other hand, are more proactive. They make calls to engage customers based on specific triggers like filling out a form, reaching a certain stage in your CRM, or revisiting your website. This makes them ideal for lead generation and immediate engagement. Does that help clarify things?
It does.
What type do you think would be more?
Well, it does, yeah. I'm not too sure if I could afford it though.
I understand budgeting is crucial. Our Built By You option starts at just $9 a month, covering hosting and AI tokens. It's quite affordable and lets you set up your own AI voice bots among other features. Would this fit into your budget better?
Well, no, I really want someone to build it for me.
Got it. Our Built For You service would be perfect then. Our experts can handle everything from building the AI voice bot to integrating it with your CRM. The starting price for this custom service is $2,500. If that works within your budget, we could look at scheduling a detailed consultation to discuss exactly what you need. How does that sound?
Sure, okay. Let's. Who am I going to be talking with?
You'll be speaking with one of our mobile experts who specialize in AI and website integration. They'll help tailor the voice bot to your specific needs. Would you like me to check for available times so we can schedule this consultation?
Okay, sure.
Great. We have some available slots for a consultation. How does Tuesday, July 23rd sound? We have times at 9 a.m., 1 p.m. or 4 p.m. Which one works best for you?
what you're about to learn solves the 3 problems that you may have encountered before if you've ever tried to build a chatbot. The first problem you may have encountered is prompting and the burden of having to write prompts when you may have no experience in doing so. And when your website and your chatbot are the same thing, you don't need to install a knowledge base and you don't need to write prompts. And most importantly, you can prioritize precisely which parts of your website each agent should use and in which order, including exactly which fields from the website's database, such as prices, dates, and exactly which URL it should serve in the conversational search. You're about to learn Moble's WebMind knowledge base, where all you have to do is select tags to instruct your chatbot, and your prompt is automatically written for you behind the scenes using the website's JSON database, which we find is much more reliable than using text prompts, and more on WebMind in just a moment. And the second problem you've no doubt encountered is building chatbot conversation flows. The burden of having to build those mind map conversation flows, even if you have experience, is laborious. And with an AI, it should just work. The method you're about to learn saves you hours in trial and error and often building awkward or natural conversation flows. The third problem you've undoubtedly experienced is hallucinations and latency. With GPT-4o, we've seen a huge improvement of latency and hallucinations, and the language models will continue to improve, but they can still get overloaded and sometimes say the wrong thing. Thankfully, your mobile AI chatbot has not just one, but 2 fallback solutions. So even if the language model goes down altogether, your chatbot will still work. The method doesn't need prompts, it doesn't need conversation flows, and at the same time, it improves your website conversion rates by guaranteeing your desired actions, meaning more leads and more sales. Now, this session is going to go over the 90 minutes. When we first recorded the course, it was bang on 90 minutes, but since the release of GPT-4o, we've been confident to introduce a bunch of new features, which we're excited to share with you right now in this course. And so, with a bit of post-production trickery, we've made a few edits and thrown in a heap of extra value for you. So like all good games of football or soccer, it's 90 minutes with a bit of extra time, and now you've got 30 minutes of free extra value. So I hope that's cool with you. And with that said, let's get on with it and build your AI agents. To build an AI agent, click AI agent in the main menu. And here you can see that I've set up 3 agents for Dirty Feet. We have a shop bot, we have an event bot, and we have a registration bot. And on the MOBLE.com website, I'm using AI for our receptionist with a Voicebot, and I'm using a help bot for that all-important customer service web design help questions. And we have a sales bot to acquire new leads by booking sales meetings into a calendar. And in the mobile AI website builder, we have an AI help assistant. Well, this is our AI swarm. And if you have a small site, you might only need 1 AI agent to do everything. However, if you have a larger site, you're going to need more agents. So let's find out exactly why. Well, over on the Dirty Feet website, you can see my AI agents here in the header. And when we set up your header earlier in the session, you learned how to switch between the traditional AI website search and the AI agent search, which in the industry is what we call conversational search. So let's look at how an AI agent can serve website content. I can ask Emmy, is there an event on in April? Perfect, yes there is. I can ask Andy, what should I buy for my dad? Thanks Andy, socks and men's tees are an excellent suggestion. And I can ask Zoe, when is the registration? Okay, perfect, thanks Zoe. Now notice when the chatbot responds, they also serve links to website pages in the chatbot carousel. And this is the beauty of an AI website. It not only knows all of your website content, but it can also serve pages within the chatbot carousel. Plus, it knows exactly which content to prioritize. For example, on the MOBLE.com website, customers could ask the AI help assistant, can I really extract colors from a logo and generate a website theme? Brilliant, yes they can. Now, what you're about to learn is how to instruct your AI which content in your knowledge base to use first. What you don't want to do is have a knowledge base and just hope for the best. And like I say, you don't need conversation flows, it all just works. For example, I can instruct AI Paul to serve help from the more succinct 90-minute challenge first. And if it can't find the answer there, to go and get the answer from the more long-form 5-day challenge. I want to provide quick help pages first from a smaller knowledge base, which improves the latency and the accuracy of the responses. And this is especially important on huge sites like MOBLE.com, which has 500,000 words. So with conversational search, you don't need those old school mind map chatbot conversational flows. Your chatbot serves website content, and this is one of the 3 things that make up an AI website. So to recap, number 1 is design assistance. You've already learned the color assistant to help you style your theme, the font assistant to help style your fonts, the AI photo assistant to generate AI images, and the AI copy assistant to write website copy while considering your other website content with WebMind. And you've learned the magical layout assistant that converts those 5,000 layouts into your brand when you drop them onto the page. And you're about to learn the page assistant, which writes things like your SEO meta information and even generates thumbnails for your AI chatbot carousel. Now, number 2 is, of course, the help assistant. Well, you can't build a 5 to 50K AI website with no code, no design skills, and no help. And you've got all the help you need to serve those all-important help videos where and when you need them while you're building your AI website. And the third thing that makes up an AI website is, of course, conversational search. Because your AI helps your customers browse your website content, it's essential that your AI should live in your website header to give people this website browsing option, rather than, dare I say, the horrible chatbot plugins that tend to live in the bottom right of a screen that feel awkwardly detached from the website menus and navigation, where your AI must live in order to serve those website pages. So with an AI website, conversational search must be in the header, but of course, an AI website, your chatbots can also be embedded anywhere on any page, like password protected pages, maybe for people who have purchased a course, or event pages to help people with tickets, and maybe even directions to get there. Maybe an AI for staff training, for onboarding some of your new staff. You can lock up password protected page and have a chatbot help with their onboarding. Or maybe even the sidebar of your shop category pages to help suggest products to your customers. Well, we believe that conversational search is the future of websites. And you never know, in coming months, some companies might even elect to replace their entire website solely with a chatbot, just like the one that you can see here in the header. Now, as an example, our reference client, Dirty Feet, supports dance artists with and without disability. And as a custom built for you project, we're working on being able to serve content to the visually impaired customers that describe those beautiful website images. Well, in the future, we expect customers to talk voice to voice with their AI website rather than use text. And you can actually see this evolution happening right here. Okay, well, with the sales pitch over, I'm truly sorry about that. Let's get back to the demo and set up your AI chatbots. To set up the agent, click Add in the top bar for a new agent, or click Edit to edit an existing one. Notice you can upload an agent icon, browse from your existing website images, select a pre-generated icon, or generate your own with the AI photo assistant that we covered earlier in the session. You can give your agent a name, which might be the agent's name, or you could be explicit and name it with a navigation label like reception, events, or shop. The name you choose here appears in the AI agent swarm to help people navigate your AIs. You can give your AI agent a job title that also appears in the greeting and in the answers. You can write a prompt about your company. Now remember, the chatbot already knows your entire website content, including your About Us page. So this is just a short elevator statement, maybe in context of the agent's role. You can also select a customer avatar. This is the same as the avatars or personas that your marketing team may have already created for you. And you can generate new customer avatars here in the top bar. For example, in real estate, an avatar for buyers is very different than an avatar for sellers. Or for mobile, our Built By You customer avatar wants help building their AI website, which is very different than our Built For You customer who generally wants a quote. Okay, so now your chatbot knows about your company and your customers. Let's move on to WebMind. WebMind is your website's knowledge base and has one major advantage over the traditional chatbot knowledge bases that you may have used before. Your website pages are already in your website, waiting for your chatbot to serve. And better yet, you can even instruct your chatbot to use specific fields from the website's JSON database to target very specific responses. It's more accurate, reliable, and so much more easier than using Word docs, scraping websites, or even syncing website URLs and then having to write text-based prompts for your chatbots. With an AI website, your website is the knowledge base and it can be segmented for specific tasks. So here I can instruct the AI agent to look at exact fields from the JSON database, for example, pricing or dates. I can tell each AI agent the exact priority order of which to use the content and in what order to reference it. And what's even better is this requires no prompting skills, no technical skills, and no experience. It all just works simply by selecting the content that you want here in these tags. Okay, so let me explain how. Well, first I'll click WebMind in the top bar. Then I can choose all of the pages and all of the files that I want my AI agents to have access to. For example, you might wish to hide content from the AI agent, such as password protected pages or your staff intranet pages, maybe special promotions or any sensitive website information. All you need to do is toggle on the content that you want your AI agents to have access to, and when you're done, you can click Run in the top bar. Now, Run can be instant, but sometimes it can take up to about 10 minutes for larger websites. So if you have a larger website, maybe you have a cup of coffee before testing your chatbot to be sure the language model is updated. Now, back in the AI agent screen, I can select the AI tags that I want for this specific AI agent. Plus, I can change the priority order. So for an example, here is our shopbot. And I construct it to first look at FAQs, which is great for quick answers or maybe information on shipping and returns. Then I can ask it to look for the product information. And then if it can't find the answer there, to use the main website page content to get its answer. And for this agent, I might even also let the customers ask for order updates. And to do that, I will simply add the order tag here at the end. Now let's dive deeper and take a closer look at FAQs. Let's say that you're the AI manager and you're testing your chatbot, or you're demoing it in a boardroom meeting and the CEO asks the chatbot a question and the nightmare scenario happens where the chatbot gets the answer wrong. Now, rather than creating a full new web page, you can quickly add an FAQ and take the time you need to design your web page later. Now you can get the CEO to ask the question again, and this time the chatbot will get it right. And this is why it's a good idea to prioritize your FAQs before the full website content. You can access and edit the FAQs via the top bar. Simply add the question and add your answer. And very important, you can also add a page link. So why is a page link important? Well, if the chatbot uses a FAQ, this is only short, succinct information. But what we want to do is use the conversational search. So now we can use the page URL to link the actual full page content via the chatbot carousel to bring extra attention to the page and let the customer go on to browse more information. You can also embed FAQs to any page via a widget, so be sure to give your FAQs a sort order, which you learned about earlier in the dynamic widget session. And also be aware that the FAQs are also logged as hidden sections over in the pages area, so you can give them as many tags as you like to segment your FAQs. For example, FAQs in the shop homepage might be different from those FAQs on a product page where the FAQs are about specific product information. Because your FAQs are widgets, you can display them in grids, like this cool 2-column grid I've got here. And again, watch the widget session if you need a recap. Now you can style the look of your FAQs. When you click the edit button, notice the curly brackets that merge in the FAQ question and answer, precisely as you learned earlier in the e-commerce product page session. And yes, there are different FAQ layouts pre-made for you. Just click Drop Block to choose your preferred style. And when you have a style that you like, you can simply clone the FAQ to make more in the same style. Now, there's also an FAQ assistant to help you with your FAQs. You can generate an answer based on your question. And coming soon, it will also suggest FAQs that you might be missing from your website, or key content of the website that could be summarized with an FAQ, which in turn will allow your chatbot to give even better, more succinct answers in its responses. And if you're testing or in beta, you should 100% turn on customer feedback. Now, to do this, click Settings in the top bar and turn on feedback to monitor your customers' thumbs up and thumbs down responses. Then you can go on to edit the existing FAQs, or you can create new ones. Now, this is your first role as the AI manager. You know that you can add FAQs and that you can test those FAQs, and then you can decide if you want to add more web page content. If you're an AI agency, you might have a retainer package that includes so many FAQs, so many web pages, and even so many design layouts within your monthly plan. So make sure you subscribe and join my personal mentoring cohort, where I guide you to earn that $20,000 a month before you quit your job. And I'll let you know how to structure pricing, payments, and customer handovers. So now let's look at WebMind to set up your website's conversational search. And if you've got a small website, you don't need to select anything, and your AI chatbot will search everything. It's that easy. You don't need to select anything at all. However, as you've just learned, you might wish to use FAQs. And if so, then it's a good idea to add FAQ first and then add page, which will first look at your FAQs and then look at your website pages. And if you've got a shop, you might wish to add FAQ first, and then maybe product, and then maybe page. It's that easy, and it's that simple to do. All you really need to do is make sure that you've got your pages toggled on over in the WebMind area, and then instruct the priority order here. Now, you can think of AI tags as a method to segment your knowledge base. It can be for your main website knowledge bases like FAQs, pages, and products, but you can go a step further with AI tags and segment your knowledge base into even smaller chunks that really help your AI know exactly which content you want to prioritize. So for example, on mobile, we have lots of pages with the word colors, and I prefer my AI to show my shorter form 90-minute challenge clips first, which have all the new UI features too, followed by the more longer form 5-day challenge, which was recorded over a year ago. Okay, well, back over in the AI Agent tab. Now let's gear it up and look at fields. And if you're a developer, each field has a JSON key. And if you're not a techie, then just imagine your website is a big spreadsheet, and the AI tags are like the sheets across the bottom of your spreadsheet. They segment your knowledge base into big chunks like FAQs, content, product, and orders. And now imagine the fields are like the columns in your spreadsheet, and these are things like price, date, or URL, where you can really target specific information right across multiple pages. By having a structured JSON database, you can give the AI agent very specific tasks. The Chatbot could be told to look at pricing or only to look at orders. Customers don't even need to be logged in to get order updates. If the customer adds the correct order number, which is unique, we will send them an SMS to the mobile with the order summary and the shipping status. It's that easy. And on average, customers check their order status 4 times post-purchase. So this is a powerful feature of your Chatbot. As for my AI Paul persona chatbot, as I said in the intro, it first gives answers from the FAQs. This helps with sales. Perhaps the customer wants to book a meeting into my personal calendar, and more on that in just a moment. And next, my customers usually ask me for help on building a website. So first, I give them those videos from the 90-minute challenge for quick demos from the course. And if the answer still isn't there, as you know, I will get the agent to use the more verbose 5-day challenge content, where there are actually 250,000 words of copy in that course. Then if the answer still isn't there, the customer might be looking for specific definitions of features. So I use the help knowledge base, which is a glossary of every feature on the mobile platform. So segmentation is really important so we can get the chatbot to give the information that I want to. And notably, you can see it here on the website front end where it's in light mode, but then it's also deployed in the mobile website builder application where you can see it here in dark mode. Now you can go ahead and create your FAQs, and most likely your FAQs are going to be at the start of the list. And notice when you create an FAQ, it automatically has the tag FAQ. Whereas if you're going to create a website knowledge base, just like I have for mobile with a glossary of features, then you can create pages as normal on mobile and then give them a tag. Maybe you would tag these with help. Then you can put the help tag in a later priority order after the FAQ, and this will give you a powerful knowledge base. All you need to do is select the tags in the order that you want them, and more advanced users might use fields, and whatever you select, the prompt is automatically written for you behind the scenes. So where do you edit the AI tags to segment your knowledge base? Well, in WebMine, you can add AI tags for each page, and notice that the website tags that you used earlier for your dynamic widgets are different from the AI tags. AI tags segment your knowledge base, while website tags assign content into widgets. For example, here are the website tags for the 90-minute challenge, and this makes them appear in this multi-slider on the mobile.com homepage. Now, conveniently, in WebMind, I can search pages with the 90-minute challenge website tag, and then I can assign the AI tag to segment my knowledge base. Then I could do the same for the 5-day challenge, and now I've got a segmented database where I can instruct my AI to first get the answer from the 90-minute challenge, and then, of course, get the answers from the 5-day challenge. Now remember, this is an amazing technique for larger websites. If you've got a smaller website, you're just going to use the FAQs, which are automatically tagged for you. Well, also note that the page knowledge base is all the website content, so that doesn't need to be tagged. And similarly, you've got knowledge bases for products and orders, and these don't need to be tagged either. So if you've got a small website, you may not need to assign any AI tags at all. So you only need to tag pages if you've got a large website or if you're doing some cool tasks with your AI agent. I can click through to the page settings, and you can give your chatbot an icon which appears in the chatbot carousel. By default, if you don't select a chatbot icon, it will use the page icon. The page icon is used for widgets, and the chatbot icon is used for the chatbot carousel. So why are they different? Well, if your page is using a grid widget with a hover effect, you want a nice clean image so the text can hover over the top. However, for a chatbot icon, you might like to treat it more like a YouTube thumbnail or a Facebook ad to attract the click. And on that note, if you share a link to this page on Facebook, the post will grab the AI icon before it will grab the page icon, so that you're more likely to get the click. It's all about conversions. Now, if doing the thumbnail sounds like a lot of work, then I'm pleased to announce that on the new release, you can click the generate button and the AI will generate a thumbnail for you. I personally like to design my own thumbnails, call me old school, but this could be another task that you add into your AI agency retainer plan. Next is the chatbot summary that appears in the chatbot carousel. This is 72 characters. And if you want the AI to write this for you, just click generate and the AI will generate a summary for you based on your page content. And it does a great job of this. If your chatbot page is for an online shop, you can show pricing in the chatbot carousel. And also, if it's an event or a blog, you can elect to show a date in the chatbot carousel. And you can also add AI tags here. However, you'll most likely add AI tags in the WebMind screen, as you can add them quickly in bulk, just as I did before when I added the 90-minute challenge AI tag. You can also add AI keywords. Now remember, in the intro, I mentioned a backup solution if the LLMs are slow or timeout. Well, as a fallback solution, the chatbot will use a keyword match to serve content to the chatbot carousel, meaning the chatbot will still work even if the language model goes down. Now, before GPT-4o, we used this a lot. It was annoying as the chatbots would often answer with a rephrase statement like, "We're having tech issues, please give it another shot." So we added keywords to solve this problem. Now, even with the GPT-4o improvements, I still recommend adding them, and why not when all you need to do is click generate and the AI will populate these keywords for you. Just be sure to save you big converting keywords for your important landing pages and exclude those keywords from more general pages, and then you can be sure that your top pages will always be served in the chatbot carousel. Now, similarly for SEO, just click the generate button and the AI will write your SEO title tag and meta description for you based on your page content, and it also does a great job of this. Well, finally, AI instructions. Now, I'm going to cover this in another session. We really couldn't squeeze this in to the 90-minute challenge, but this will allow you an extra field or key in the JSON database, giving those savvy folks among you even more flexibility for those cool AI tasks and integrations. So like and subscribe for upcoming videos on that. Well, now for the prompt, and since your AI knows all about your company, your customers, and the priority order of your website content, there isn't too much left to prompt. So I suggest maybe browsing the prompt templates for inspiration and get a feel for them, and then play with the one that best suits your business. Now, of course, if you want to write your prompts from scratch, just don't select any AI tags or any fields. Well, now for a top tip on prompts, and language models love examples, and I like to use my prompts to educate my agents with do's and don'ts, or with examples on how I like them to structure the answers. Now, for an example, let's look at the 90-minute challenge URL for videos, and this has an S. Now let's look at the 5-day challenge URL for videos, and this doesn't have an S. Well, what I noticed for mobile is if the customer asked a question with the word videos in it, plural, then occasionally it would hallucinate and throw an S into the URL, even though it was getting the answer from the JSON key. Well, this is rare, but it shows why it's always great to give examples and do's and don'ts to correct any nuances that you might notice over time. And this is another reason why you should have customer feedback on during testing and in beta. This quality assurance is another great task for the AI manager to include in your AI agency retainer. If you're an AI agency building a 5 to 50K website over 3 months, well, you'd split the 5 to 50K over that 3-month period, and then after that, you could charge a retainer for the beta testing and quality assurance. However you structure your service, I strongly recommend at least offering this 3 months of quality assurance to test in the beta environment, and even charging for ongoing management in the live environment. If you're an AI agency, like I said, I'll be doing a session on that soon. So again, like and subscribe, and you'll be the AI manager in no time at all. Next, super simple, you've got some chatbot settings to play with. The length of the answer can be short, which is 500 characters. It will give the answer, often with a URL link in the answer, and it will justify its rationale. Shorter is 380 characters. Typically, this is the answer with the URL, sometimes with limited rationale. And shortest is 160 characters for minimal info. Now, you can add a greeting message to start off your chat. And if you're using the name field as a navigation label, like events or shop or reception, then you can put the agent's name in the greeting to start it off nicely, like, "Hi, I'm Andy." Now, after all you've just learned, if the chatbot still can't find the answer, this is where it will give the rephrase message, something like, "I'm not sure, maybe give it another shot." Now, if you do get a rephrase, the customer's question is also logged in the FAQ feedback, allowing you to write an FAQ so the chatbot will get the answer right next time. And the placeholder is what appears in the chatbot prompt. You can also play around with tone, style, and vocabulary, but these are less important these days. Show in header makes this agent appear in the main icon in the header. Show in swarms, I think you know, this adds the chatbot to the swarm here, and you can choose the sort order that the swarms appear in. And soon you can deploy your mobile chatbots onto other websites as embed code or as pop-ups. A few people have requested this so that they can start using the chatbots immediately with the knowledge base while they take the time to build the AI website. You can deploy your chatbots onto other sites. Now, actions are hands down my favorite feature of the chatbot, and they're super easy to set up. Actions are actually one of the highest converting parts of your entire website, and they also are a great insurance policy to guarantee your desired landing pages are always in front of your customer. And they're also that second fallback solution if the LLMs time out. And this is where we can really target your chatbot's performance and improve your website's conversion rate without mapping any conversation flows. Well, first we have action pages. And you can think of action pages like ads for each agent. You can select the pages here and they will appear in the carousel. Well, they will always appear after the agent's first answer, irrespective of the question that the customer asks. Well, this means that the action pages always appear and offers you that guarantee that the pages you want to show to your customer will always be there. And now you can soften this. If it is or feels like an advert, you can soften it with a promo comment as a suggested action, like, why not learn how to build the AI website in 90 minutes? Then you could show the full 90-minute course and maybe some other things like the course overview or the AI agent's teaser video. Well, the entrepreneurs among you might have realized that you could actually, if you've got a high traffic website, I suppose, you could actually sell these as ads to other companies. But that could be cool, but I would strongly recommend you use these to convert your own customers, as these action pages are extremely powerful for conversions in the chatbot. Quick links are yet another option to massively improve your chatbot's conversion rates, further increasing the probability that your customer will click on your desired pages with these persistent buttons here at the bottom of the chatbot. Now, you could use them as buttons to link to your own website pages, which I like to do, and that's extremely useful. Though notably, you can also click to show inline forms right here inside the chatbot. So these are the two forms that we referenced earlier in the form session, and we're also considering adding a payment option right here so your chatbot can take payments. So if you would like that, leave a comment, or if you have any other suggestions, let me know in the comments too. Now, you can also display a Cal or Calendly calendar here in line too. So for example, on the AI Paul chatbot, when you click the Built For You button, I have a Cal to book meetings straight into my calendar. Now, we're also working on our quick link integrations with Zapier and Make. And again, I'll cover more on that soon when we dive deeper into integrations, which is a video into itself. And so if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Now finally, Voicebots. This is where you set up your chatbot to take inbound and outbound sales and customer service phone calls. Now, mobile is agnostic with who we use for Voicebots, but we've done a deal with Synflow, where you get Synflow for free as part of your mobile AI website. You just pay the calls and SMSs. So we're charging calls at 8 cents. That's the cost price. We don't make any money on that. Now, Synflow is expensive. At the time of this video, it's $4.50 a month. So we're offering an outrageous deal. Yes, mobile is paying Synflow for you and you get all the benefits. Now remember, if you sign up for the AI agency, you get the partner portal, plus you get the full elite plan, not at $199. The current offer is half price for life. So that's all of Synflow and all of mobile for just $99. Now, mobile doesn't take anything for calls on the elite plan. You just pay Synflow the 8 cents, and I think it's 4 cents for the voicemail. So right now, this is an unprecedented deal, and we can't do any better than that. Now, we'll be monitoring how the technology evolves. For example, as OpenAI, Google, and Meta make more advancements, mobile will no doubt develop our own. But right now, we're really happy with pushing forward in our current offer with Synflow. So this price obviously won't last, and I encourage you to sign up and take advantage of it. So what is a Voicebot? Well, you can test a Voicebot on the mobile.com homepage, where we have a Voicebot for our company receptionist and also for a sales bot. Now notice when you add a Voicebot to your agent, a mic icon appears in this very cool, seamlessly integrated design, which allows your customers to toggle between chat and voice. Now here on mobile.com, you can pop in your phone number and talk with AI Paul. Now, as you can see, AI Paul talks in my voice, and he's going to decide if you're a better fit for the Built By You service or for the Built For You service. And then we'll send you an SMS to sign up for Built By You, or book a calendar meeting for our Built For You service. And as I just mentioned, for the calendar meeting, we use Cal. Now, AI Paul will qualify to see if you're a good fit for that meeting for both budget and for timing, and then we'll let you know my calendar availability. Now, to set up your Voicebot and get that special deal from Synflow, first you're going to fill out this form, which allows the mobile team to ensure you've got all the technology set up and then set up that integration for you with Synflow. So let's walk through this form now, because there's a few tech partners involved here to make it work. So first, you need to get your phone number from Twilio, just like you would have done before if you used that for SMS in forms. You get your Twilio SID, and you get your Twilio auth token. Then paste these into the form here. Next, we need to set up your calendar. And so for this, as you know, we use Cal. So you go over to cal.com. And when you set up a new calendar, you can then get the Cal API key and the Cal event key, and then paste these into the form here. Now, if you want to use your own voice, just like I did with the AI Paul, you can clone your voice over at 11 Labs. Now, this is super easy to do. There's two options. You can create your voice in just a few seconds by talking to it, or if you've got lots of video content, just like I did with my courses, you can upload these too and have the 11 Lab teams fine-tune these for you. Now, once your voice is set up, you can just copy the API key, paste it back over in the form, and then submit that form. Now the mobile team will go and set up all this technology for you, and when it's ready, we will send you an SMS to let you know that your account is ready. So once your account is set up and you've had that SMS message from the mobile team, you can come back into your AI agents area and click the Voicebots tab again in the top bar, and now you'll have access to your Synthflow account. Now you can choose a template prompt in Synthflow just like you did for your chatbot in mobile, and you'll be on your way in no time. Again, there'll be more videos on that. There's also videos on Synthflow as well. Now you need to connect your website knowledge base with your Synthflow knowledge base. So what you need to do here is go back to your mobile AI agent, and this is a specific AI agent per agent on Synthflow. So you go back to your AI agent on mobile, scroll down to the integrations, and here you can see some JSON databases. You've got an FAQ, a content, a blog, and products, and notably, and this is what I'm going to talk about now, notably voice. Well, as you've learned, you can have a segmented knowledge base. And what this will do by segmenting it, it will improve the latency. Well, this has never been any more important than with voice bots. They are getting better, but they still tend to have a bit of latency. So you can actually improve that by segmenting the knowledge base rather than look at your whole entire website. So what we've done is create a special JSON database for you just for voice. So this is what I recommend you should do. If it's for sales, what I do is use FAQs because you've got all the answers there about your sales, all your questions, maybe all your pricing as well. So I could copy this FAQ on. But I could also set up a specific JSON database here for voice. Now, this is really simple to do. Again, you've learned how to segment the database. What you're going to do is go onto all your website pages that you want for this voice bot and just tag it voice. In the AI tags, tag it voice. So go through those pages. And now you've got a segmented database. Now what we can do is copy this link here and then go back up into the Voicebots tab, go over into the knowledge base tab in Synthflow, and then you've got your knowledge base here. You can upload a new knowledge base, and then now we can paste in this new JSON URL in here, and now you've just uploaded a beautiful segmented database which is going to improve the latency of your voice bot. So when you're ready to turn on your Voicebot, you can go over to Synthflow. Highly recommend that you give it a test, lots of tests. Just put in your own phone number and then call and chat to your Voicebot. And you can make adjustments in the prompts, and again, read all the prompts to get advice on those adjustments that you might need to make. But when you're ready to turn it on, over in the voice assistant here in Synthflow, just copy the ID, okay? Then you go back to your mobile agent, the very specific agent for this specific voice bot. Go back to mobile, again, all the way down to integrations, and you can see Voicebot ID here. Just paste that in and press save. Now, when you do that, you're now going to have that microphone icon in your chatbot, which you can see here in the preview. And now this will be live for this agent everywhere around your website. Now, I will do another video on Synthflow where I'm going to cover specific nuances like getting your calendar bookings and doing SMSs. And this is pretty cool because you can now use your agent to dial in a real human. So if you've got sales guys available, they can dial in and jump on that call. Well, everybody, that is a wrap. Thank you so much for joining the 90-minute challenge. It's gone a little bit over, so I hope you've enjoyed the extra time. There's actually too many features to reel off here in the outro, and there's even more features on the way. So stay tuned, and please like and subscribe. And of course, be sure to grab that half price for life AI agency offer for just $99. Remember, you can choose the AI agency option when you sign up, or if you've signed up already, you can click the AI agents form here, and then you'll come through and join my personal mentoring cohort where I guide you to earn that passive income and of course guide you on your new career to become the AI manager.